everybody, we are back again, back in town. A bit noisy. I can see my new microphone is up here, but that makes that you don't hear this irritating noise of the mouse. This is a nice preset from the introduction bank from WirePluck, which is called Thin Crystallized by Gerald Arendt. So I can shut down the chord memory is used. The delay has a different setting. On the left is half a bar, and then on the right it uses 8 notes dotted. Uses a reverb, which you can hear. And you can also play it, so if you have a preset and you hear the chord memory, you can shut it off and play it as a normal instrument or without the chord memory. That's a nice feature. So a preset is always a starting point. So in the introduction bank, I think we have Synth CS combo. It's the aftertouch. Yeah, nice expressive sound. There's a lot of expression because of the 3 layers. You have all kind of. Also, this one uses chord, so let me shut it down. A pretty deep pitch band. So the pitch band, for that you need to go to the advanced page, and down here we have the play mode, polyphonic, and you see band down and band up is 12, so 1 octave. By the way, the play mode, there's also a multi-polyphonic expression option. So if you have these one of the multi-polyphonic expression keyboards, you also can use WirePluck. But of course you need to keep in mind that you need to put WirePluck in the MIDI receiving side here to Omni, because each voice gets essentially has its own MIDI channel, which makes it then polyphonic aftertouch. And this preset I also should shut down the chord because it's a very nice mellow synth sound. This one almost sounds like an acoustic guitar, don't you think? So let me put off the delay, maybe how it sounds without delay. A little bit deep, so I would put this one, if I would use it as a personal sound. I think I should save this one, because I think with so in the advanced page, the portamento, only 2 notes, 2 semi-notes, it's better. So let me see. settings. Nice, so maybe a little bit less reverb. My voice is very lo-fi. Yeah, that's because of my new microphone. I'm not sure why it's so. Yeah, you can hear it. Yeah, well, yeah, that's the advantage, and it has, of course, not the quality as the Neumann, which is in front of me, which sounds like this. So this is the Neumann. It's much better. Yeah, but then you got this again. This sound of the keyboard and the mouse. It picks up too much. So, and the other one, yes, it's noisy and also less hi-fi. Okay, but let me save this one. So I go here, save preset in folder. I do it in Rob Personal for in the time being, and I change the name a bit, of course. Send echoes, stories, echo stories, echo, Shin, Gerald guitar. Sin Gerald guitar, I called it. So it's, of course, originally. So there I put it in because I think it's very nice to. Sounds a bit like a nylon string guitar, especially in the lower range. Yeah, maybe also a little bit like a harp. Nice synth, isn't it? Okay, but if you can hear my voice very well, maybe that's not a problem. I think I use then a wireless microphone here on my shirt instead of using the Neumann, which I move away a little bit out of the camera. Okay, what was the plan for today? The plan for today was also to, because I had a question, and let's dive into it. Somebody posted me on Facebook, subject, triplet sequences and rhythmic divisions in Blue 3 arpeggiator. Good morning, Rob. I'm exploring the arpeggiator features in Blue 3. I'd like to ask for some clarification. How can I set up a triplet sequence? Also, is it possible to use other rhythm divisions such as quintuplets or irregulated subdivisions within the arpeggiator? Yeah, I've tried adjusting the rate sync settings, but I haven't been able to achieve a smooth triplet groove. Yeah, do you have any tips how to proceed? Thanks so much for your support. Best regards, Matteo. That's, I think, maybe I butchered his name again. I'm very good in butchering or pronouncing wrongly names. But let's go to Blue. What I prepared advance of the live stream is that we have here an arpeggiator. There's a very basic FM type of sound. And when you go to the arpeggiator up here, I can add a beat behind it. So we have a beat. And then we have this one. But now I make in commands, I do reset ARP. Everything is now reset, so okay, sounds like, and then how, for instance, you could do a waltz type of thing. Well, a waltz would be that you have less amount of steps. So you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 12 steps. And then, of course, it depends on your velocity range to give it accent. So 1, 2, 3. Now it's hard to hear. 1, 2. Maybe with a different tuning. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you need to, you also need to process that in your mind, of course, that it's a 3-chord, a waltz type. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Or you could say 6/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Depends on the velocity, sometimes on the volume. Two, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it depends on the amount of steps, how it will respond. So if you want to make then, let's say, triples, that's a good one. Let me think. We could use ratcheting, for instance, or here on this step. Of course, I need to put on ratcheting here, on. There it is. And of course, if I go half speed, there's your triple thing. Ding, 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 ding. Of course, the bass drum is simply 1, 2, 3. So that's the 3-chord or 6/8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So the triples are then used by using the ratcheting. So here it makes a triple, and on the, so if I have them all again, so this is half speed, 12 steps, and of course you need to set your sequencer also to, instead of 4/4, 3/4, or 6/8, 6/8. Essentially, this could also be at 6/8. So 12 steps could be also 6/8. Now we have the case that in PowerChord, you can say, for instance, in commands, copy a range of steps. Now here in Blue 3, we need to expand it because here it's only copy steps 1, 16, 2, 17, 32, and that goes on. So if I would start up now PowerChord, add track, instrument, I go to PowerChord. There it is, and if I'm not wrong, here you see the sequencers. I should have also managers somewhere, PowerChord 6/8 grooves. Let me see if I can find them. No. Here, mute the 6. So this is a 6/8 groove. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I count now in 1 to 3, but it's a fast one. So I could give them also here half speed. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And also here I can put on ratcheting. It's on already, so here I could say then ratcheting. So that's using now sequence B. Each octave has its own groove, of course. So B is now half speed, and C in the third octave. So that's a longer one. Not every spot is suitable for triples. So with the speed you can do a lot of in-between things. So half speed makes that the triple sounds a little bit better. Hear that? Here's the triple on. So this is 24 steps. So this is essentially 6/8 groove, or a, depending how you put the one. Yeah, indeed, Gert, you need to multiply with 3, and then you got a 6/8. Yeah, 5/8 is of course very different. So that will be a challenge for me, because that will be like the okay, a few notes missed, but that's a 5/4 one. So that one would be really with the accents. Dave Brubeck, brilliant song. Not easy to play on the back keys, so I hit a few wrong notes. But if I would go down back to blue, 5/8, so that would make essentially 10 steps, if I'm not wrong. If I make it 2 bars, so half speed. 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, no. Let's make it 5 steps without the 1, 2, 3, 1. And then again, it is the accent which determines 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, that's really a different one. That's a 5. Brubeck, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. And it's having a swing, I think. Maybe if I open the swing, that's better. So these are very complex things. So by changing the speed, making the lengths different, using ratcheting, you need to put it on here, by the way, and you have also different modes. You can make all kind of different type of things. So if let's go back to a 12. Ding, 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 ding. Triple thing. So it's a silly sound, but it's just pure for 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Look at the weird rhythm. Tick, 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 2, 3, 4. So on this question, you need a little bit of musical knowledge to go to see what you use 12 steps and of course with the command feature it's a bit unlucky that it copies 116 to 70 to 32, because then in what I mentioned in PowerChord we have then a bit expanded this feature. So if you go down here in the sequencer, you have also the command button. There you can say copy steps, and then you could say copy step 1. Oh, and I need to think about who that works. 1, 2, I think something like that, and step 9. Yeah, you need to experiment, but then you can copy different things together. So that's a little bit more expanded in terms of features in the edit screen. Here you still have copies 116 to 70 32. Copy steps, copy all sequences. Yeah, copy steps, that's a good one. 1, 2. So what will happen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe that works like that. 2, 9, 10, 11. I think that will not work. No. Okay, I need to read the manual for that again. I forgot how it worked, but you can copy steps, single steps, copy steps. Maybe we should put it here in the background how to do it. So most likely it's in the manual, should be in the manual. So let's open the manual. Oh, that's the manager, sorry, help. I need to click help. Here's the manual. It opens. Okay, that takes too long for me to look it up. Okay, so that's about the question with the sequencer, for instance, with Blue 3. Okay. Okay, now I'm the menus popped away. Okay, F3. So somewhere, so I need to check out if nothing is open. Otherwise, Cubase does say Auf Wiederschnittfall. So this is inside PowerChord 6.8. Should be more, I think. I'm not sure if it's only one. Oh, mute the 6.8. Yeah, that. Oh, PowerChord 6.8. And now you have the accent. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. This is definitely a 6.8. Oh, the guitar playage. I don't have the long ear for headbanging, others I would be headbanging. By the way, you always have the option with PowerChord, because it's a manual play, and in manual play you can play the groove yourself. Then the first octave is, okay, let's play here. ghost note. So you need to play it right. It's of course easier if you have the sequencer playing. That one does the work for you. Yeah. Groovy. PowerChord, very nice machine. Okay, so that about the question with the sequencer. So I think if you figure out that the combination with the speed, so maybe sometimes you need to go half speed to have the good result. So half speed and triple ratcheting works better. Hear that? I even could have 4. Yeah, or 2. It's of course a silly sound, but that's to show what you can do by using the speed, the start and end, and of course the ratcheting. Then you can create all kind of different type of sequence, even something which is odd, which I would make 13 steps. That will be a weird one. Let me see what happens if we do that. Constantly shifting, so yeah. Okay guys, so that about the question I have about triplers and that kind of things. Okay, let me see the chat room because I'm talking and hopefully you could follow me a little bit. What do you use in the free section of the ARP? Yeah, well, all kind of things. So the free are in total 3 parts. So maybe there is a bank manager, an example. If I scroll down, we have examples here. Maybe there's something interesting, which I already did here, Moon Dance. That's the sequencer, which also has the free row. Cool, let me see what we can do. Oscillator 2. Well, the free row, for instance, you can use here to control the reverb. That one uses now the vector, but I take that now here for the reverb. Sequence free, row 1. So I go down with the mix. Now it's dry. I go back to the sequencer and free row 1. Opens for me the reverb. Of course the reverb is maybe a bit weird if I make it a bit shorter. The animation doesn't work. This is the room. So you hear that it changes the reverb, for instance. But you also could say sequencer, so that sequencer and the ARP have the same. So the free row are the same system. So if I use the free row in the sequencer or in the ARP, that doesn't matter. So I could use free row 2 for, let's put it on 1, 2, 3. And let's say I go to the mod matrix here. Mod matrix, and I say again free row 1. Oh no, free row, sequence of free row 2. And I could say use that on, where should I use it? or for instance the high pass filter. So filter 2, frequency. Now let's see. It's not very effective. Let's take another filter type. Free row. Free 2. Go back to the mod matrix. Sequencer free 2, yes, filter free. I don't see animation here, or maybe I put it off, that well could be. Graphics, dial animation, okay. You see it moving? It's not that much of a it's a nice sound. I like it. So now down. So the reverb is controlled and also the free row controls the second filter. Now it's the mono mode. You also can have the legato mode. Okay, why it jumps? Come on, baby. Oh, it doesn't want to do legato. Why not? Nice filter. So that's what you can do with the free row, but it's in all our synths. So also in the all the ARP actuators or sequencers from our product line have free rows, and they simply can be addressed. In case of Blue 3, it can be addressed inside the FX section itself. And in most other products, it's simply that you pick it in the mod matrix. So also here you have the free and 1 and 2. Not sure if there's any preset yet used of it. Well, could be. Here's the free row used. Oh, I don't see any function here. Not sure. Okay, so that's the free row. Okay, blue, back to Blue 3. Everybody welcome in the chat room. I hope everybody's well. My microphone is different. I use a thing on here which is make that you don't hear that much of the mouse. I move around the mouse now. With this microphone, limbo sounds very far away. Yes, yeah, but the volume should be okay. So the other microphone sounds much better. I agree with that. So this is the Neumann. Oh, what a difference in sound, isn't it? I'm not sure why this other one is so noisy, isn't it? But this has a problem that you hear this again. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe it's a setting. I use? I don't think so. It's very noisy. So this one is very noisy. Sounds a bit more, but that's maybe, well, if it's a bit a mid-range sound, normally it's more, you can listen better what I'm telling instead of very, maybe a bit more warm sounding from the Neumann. Maybe that sounds too warm. So this one I think should be very clear. It's a small band. Yeah, it sounds like a small band indeed. Let's see, I can change a little bit of the EQ, which I put last time, I put a bit more bass inside, so a bit more of this. I prefer the Neumann. That's a nice way of writing. Yeah, if I do a tutorial, of course, I always use the Neumann. The Neumann, I will typing it. Neumann TL103. It is. Good. So is there any question about the sequencer from that perspective? We have, of course, in Blue 3 many banks. So we have, for instance, a sequence bank with the sequencer playing. We have the ARP bank with several ARP sounds. R2D2 dance. Huh. A lot of aliasing, cool. Some analog type. Yeah, many ARP sounds. And the ARP also has, of course, a lot of cool stuff. Typical FM. See the algorithm? 3, 4, 5. So it starts with a sinus waveform, modulated by this one, number 5, which has its own envelope. And then number 4 also modulates number 5. And number 3 even can be added, or not. No, I think this is it. Yeah, yeah, number 3 also. Okay, let's put in 3. And you see the volume has a lot of influence. And you think, okay, I like this sound, but I don't like the arpeggiator. Then you go here to the upper right-hand side, arpeggiator, and then you pick, for instance, legato, and then you can play it. And very harsh sound. But that's also what you can do is, so if you have an ARP sound, and you think, okay, I like this sound. Then you go to the play mode, for instance, and make it polyphonic. Yeah, many options sound-wise in Blue 3. Okay, Tom Aldrich is in the room. Welcome, Tom, again. Thanks for last week for the very nice song you did send in. Maybe I should play it again today. Well, not a bad idea. But you mentioned a much better mic for live stream. This little microphone on my T-shirt, or you mean the Neumann, the condenser microphone? I think for the live stream it's important that you can hear my voice very clear and that there is no too much clicking of the keyboard. So you see in the manager many presets. Nice filters, very warm sounding. It's amazing how good today the synthesizers can sound. I know at the beginning of virtual instruments, virtual synthesizer, they sounded a little bit less dynamic, or less brilliant, and there was of course a reason for it. Because if you would have that, let's say 15 years ago, it would use too much CPU. But current computers are so fast that you don't have to strip down on audio quality. I even heard that some of the early virtual synthesizers played on half the sample rate, hence that you don't have any brilliance in the sound, no high frequencies. So okay, and that's what I found cool with Blue 3. It combines several things. So as mentioned, the FM synthesis is very good for dynamic sounds, expressive percussive sounds. And then the cool thing is what we combine in Blue 3 are multiple synthesis together. So for instance, this one combines oscillator 3 modulating oscillator 6, which is essentially then an FM type sound. And then we put on some glass samples and a Vox sample. That's the cool thing. It's a combination. Mirror 2. This one all combines algorithm. Yeah, this one also combines FM synthesis. This makes this very high harmonics. Starts with a sinus, modulated, you see, very much modulated, and then... So if I shut down 6, you don't hear anything anymore, because 3, 4, and 5 modulate 6. The other oscillator, number 2, does a kind of pad sound using a square waveform with symmetry modulation. So like the Uno 60 with the square wave going. So that's the second part. So essentially you see Blue 3 already combines several syntheses together. And then there is this nice female sound, and combined together you get the sound mirror to mirror pad. You can also use this one. Can USB communication between computer and external interface cause problems with complex sounds from Blue 3? I don't think so. Yeah, what sometimes people have with an audio interface, that they have a kind of leak. If they move the mouse, they hear, they have artifacts in the sound. And it seems that there is a little device for it which stops this weird interference thing. Should be able on a good music shop to find it. It's a weird thing where the Most likely it's caused by the ground, but USB you can have some audio artifacts. Yeah, definitely. But sometimes it's hard to locate where it comes from. Oh, somebody got a Rode NT1. They are very good. Rode is very good. Yeah, microphone. Some 87 megahertz, the sound of the semaphone system back in those days. R2D2 sound. Yeah, I'm not sure what they used. They were very creative. I mean, also the sound effects in Star Trek are amazing, even in the 60s. They were very creative. It didn't sound cheesy. It sounded very, very well. Of course, the Sable sound from Star Trek was famous, was done near to an electric wire system, from what I understand. Yeah, absolutely a beast. And by the way, I put in the info section, guys, I put in the link to the concert eLive Day. Tickets are available now and they are going well, I noticed. So let me see, Groove. So let me put it on for you so that you can see it. Here it comes. So if you live close to Eindhoven and you would like to see me playing live my electronic synthesizer music, feel free to come to the eLive 2025, the 18th of October. It's in Oorschot, and Oorschot is a bit north of Eindhoven. So if you're close to Germany, Belgium, and the artists will be in the foyer. So the whole day are concerts. I mean, it's a no-brainer, the price. If you look at other tickets, it's really a no-brainer. It's 35 euros and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 concerts. So on the foyer concert, it's Mensman from Germany. Then we have from the Netherlands, Tectonia, Unisphere is playing live, Waystar 2, which are the English guys, John Dyson, Paul Ward and Stefan Withlin. And then, of course, the last concert will be by me, starting 8 o'clock. And as it looks now, Ruud van As will join also later on in one of the tracks. So that will be fun. Hopefully, or maybe also Peter Commerce, another member of Nova and Peru, will maybe come over, but that's not sure yet. But Ruud van As already agreed to come over. I will put him behind a few sequencers and we will have fun. So there will be a surprise appearing during my own concert. So if you're close to Eindhoven, to this town called Oorschot, it's a very nice day if you like synthesizer music. So I put a description, there's a link in the info section where you can order the ticket. I think they already sold half of them, so it will be very fast sold out as it looks now. So, and maybe we can meet each other there, so that will be cool. I don't play that much live because I'm very busy, but I really enjoy playing live. It's a lot of work. Last time was also in October here in my own hometown. That was very cool. And the year before I went to England together with Ramboot, which also was fun. Okay, enough self-promotion from the music. Yes, definitely. Yeah, Ruud and myself did release an album called The Return from Peru. What's 2018, I think. Okay. Check in the live chat room. So that about Blue 3, amazing synth with the arpeggiator and the sequencer. I hope the person who had the question can look back the the live stream. You can watch it back. If you're a bit later on, you always can watch it back in the section live stream, because YouTube made a division in videos. You have then live stream and shorts. I also have a few shorts. So in the live stream, you always can watch it back, and that's absolutely handy. Okay, guys, I like to keep the live stream always below 1 hour, because if people see a live stream for more than 1 hour, they don't look. So we always keep it within this range. We will see each other again the next Thursday, same time, 8 o'clock. I will be here for another live stream, if everything goes as planned. And let's go out again with the same song we had last time, which was so nice. So why not play it again? This Kanjana, very relaxing. So we go out again with Tom Aldrich. Thanks, guys, for watching, and see you next week.